automatic freight. One day, Emily was pulling a freight train. This time the troublesome freight cars have been even more troublesome. They wanted to push Emily close to the junction so that she could derail. Emily finally stopped when she pulled her brakes harder and prevented a crash. Recently, there is not enough brake vans on the island, and so Emily had to be patient before there was more brake vans. But Emily didn't mind. When she came back from Peel Godrich, she was tired. I see that the trucks are being troublesome again. Perhaps you did something that caused them to be troublesome?
I didn't do anything wrong. I was treating the trucks in the good way, but they're misbehaving because there's no brake van.
I remember the first time I pulled a goods train. I was impatient and rude at the trucks.
For the train?
That they wanted to have revenge on me by pushing me down the hill. They were troublesome because I started it. Just then, Percy puffed in with the mail train. He also had no brake van, and dived into Thomas and Emily's conversation. I also remember the time when I was also tricked by trucks. I wanted them to push me when I got to the harbor, but they pushed me too much that I plunged into the river. So basically I started it. Emily knows that she doesn't cause trucks to be troublesome, but she was curious about them.
I wonder, if trucks can move a bit, either about to be pulled or pulled by, what if they can move by themselves?
The freight cars heard what Emily had said, and it gave them an idea. Emily left to deposit them at the freight yard. Thomas was also wondering the same thing Emily did. The departure buzzer had already rung, and Thomas chuffed to the next station, Town Square. The very next day, Thomas's driver, and Hime saw something that was very abnormal. They were surprised to see that the troublesome freight cars were moving by themselves. Thomas's driver quickly phoned Sir Top and Hat, because he knew that troublesome trucks moving by themselves is too dangerous. Later, Sir Top and Hat came to see what was happening.
I'll do some trial runs to see if they're acceptable.
Thomas and Hime were shocked to hear that. Emily was in the yards when she heard this. Now she knows what she did wrong for spilt the beans because of her curiosity.
What shall I do now?
She thought she was going to be replaced, but not for long. The trucks just wanted to go at a high speed. All traffic on the main line was halted so that no one and no engine can get hurt. Thomas rushed into action to stop the train. He applied his brakes so hard that he derailed while doing it and crashed. But Thomas was able to stop the train successfully. The cars had already had fun. Those freight cars were later mended and brought back to the yard.
You had a chance and now you ruined it.
Still a good thing we're not being replaced.
I just wanted to try it once. Just wanted to be like my former master, Scruffy.
Are you out of your mind?
The trucks were now scared.
I'm sorry. No, I noticed that's very dangerous.
Thomas, Emily, and Sir Topham Hatt were surprised. They had never heard of a troublesome car apologize before. Well, we accept your, apology.
I'm rickety, and I really don't want to end up like Scruffy.
I'm Emily. I'm also sorry for bringing up the idea of moving by ourselves.
And the troublesome trucks turned back to normal. Now the island's steam engines take good care of the troublesome cars, and most of the brake vans were finally back. And the island was saved thanks to Thomas, but mostly Emily for talking to the trucks and making them behave.